guys have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. The Falcons will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Army Black Knights offense will get first crack at it here. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Hunt is on its way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So the Air Force Falcons offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The option look. Fights off the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the option. He'll toss it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Lots of room to run. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option, they'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Coleman. Throwing right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run the option. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Reed. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points in.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking down the middle. The sure hands. It's Roberson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll run the option. And the ball's loose in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense gets to the quarterback again and breaks the ball loose. Man, their 2nd forced fumble. This guy's put it on the deck twice. Ball security is job security. You've got to take better care of the football.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Right back to the well. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. He splits the uprights. That brings him to within 1.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
Running the option, it's Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. On the move. Let's talk for a second about Air Force. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right?
It's a seam wide open, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
And here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 and the 23-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Johnson looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Hits the open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets enough. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Using his feet. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's a Heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Here comes the option. Turning it on. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Sends it back in motion. Got enough for the 1st. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the chains for this offense. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. It's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Black Knights want to pick up the tempo. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And it slips just inside that right upright. That brings them to within 1. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started.
Number 46, set to kick it off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. And the Falcons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Creates a little space. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. This is a designed run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. going right to work up top. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Get the touchdown, get the first down, or just get down. And the quarterback does. The Black Knights decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Slithers into space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Johnson looking to throw. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's reeled in. It's Latham. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. The Falcons send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
And the Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On the run, it's Terrace. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Johnson wants to throw it. Unleashes one. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberson. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Sticks it in his belly. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. Gets the back moving. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Calls his own number. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Just need a few to the left on the read option. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They'll try to run it in. He's only able to get it down to the 3-yard line, and the 4th and goal attempt goes awry. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. The Black Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll take it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A designed run for the quarterback. That's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here?
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run.
On that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Give to the big fullback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll pitch it. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Texas is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 24 over Navy. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw. It's Coleman. Looking left. Makes a connection. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, They just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.